What's up, you guys? Welcome to the April 30th edition of NBA 3-Ball presented by Establish the Run. I'm your host, Mike Gallagher, getting ready to talk some Friday injury news, some Thursday action, and some fantasy ads in 10 minutes. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe, please. Going to start with the news and go to the big game of the day with Utah at Phoenix. Utah on the front end of a back-to-back with some key injuries. Mike Conley out again for the hamstring aggravation. No Donovan Mitchell still with the ankle. Royce O'Neal also questionable with a wrist injury. This is a front end, but this is a huge game. They're probably going to play Royce O'Neal. They're going to really need him today. So, yeah, without Conley, the easy part of this is Jordan Clarkson and Joe Ingles are going to be great. Clarkson per 36 without the two guards. He's 24, 5 and 6. Ingles also 19, 5 and 7 without them. They play great. The Suns defense has really fallen off. They're 22nd overall in the last month. Half-court defense has been an issue for them. And it's not like teams, when they were struggling a little bit, it's because teams are just running on them. That hasn't been the case. They're kind of been league average at giving up threes. Their rim protection has really fallen off. So I think Utah can score and kind of hang, even though they're shorthanded. The other part was what Quinn Snyder said about Georgia Zhang, who went off. He's been going off a couple times here. He should see a ton of minutes. They liked him for his defense. He's obviously great in that little catch and shoot role they find him in. So he'll be looking at plenty of playing time here. Expect a lot of Royce O'Neal probably guarding Devin Booker. Bojan will be guarding a mixture of maybe even some Chris Paul. We'll see what they do with that. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped for this game. It should be pretty high scoring, despite how the Jazz have actually been awesome on defense since Donnie Mitch went down. But the Suns' offense has been cooking. Moving to the Kings, got some good news. Marvin Bagley is now probable with that hand injury. They have been ramping him up for quite some time, so expect him to be pretty close to a full go here. I would expect, mid-20s minutes, basically moving into that Chimezie Metu role that we saw in the last game for them. Metu may back him up. They may go small, kind of mix it up there. Still no Harrison Barnes. Probably missing Harrison Barnes additionally after today, based on what Luke Walton was saying after the game. But, man, they just got absolutely torched against Utah, so really anything's up for grabs. He called it absolute BS the way they played, so they may go smaller, mix things up, but obviously getting Bagley back also could affect the center rotation. So your Damian Jones, Metu may go away entirely. We'll see. I would still expect Metu to get minutes, though. Let's get to the basketball action here, starting with the good news for the Mavs, getting the win. Tim Hardaway Jr. going bonkers with 42 points. Great game. No Luka, of course. And the bad news here, Porzingis knee injury. This is not the same knee that was the ACL knee. This is the same knee as last year. So that's not good. I expect him to miss both of these back-to-back games. While we saw Maxi Kleber kind of fill in more, and then they kind of cut the centers out a little bit as they mixed guys in. So without KP again, you're going to see a little bit more Cauley Stein and Dwight Powell and these guys. But, that's bad. They're going to have to really share shots. Josh Richardson returned, expecting him to sit in one of the back-to-back games coming up. Dorian Finney-Smith also sat out, which really propelled Tim Hardaway Jr. to the high minute ceiling. Also, Dwight Powell kind of benefited from that as well. But, man, this Mavs team, man, that 5-game week really turned into a mess. Good game from Jalen Brunson. Overall, didn't shoot it great, but solid stat line, 33 minutes. Expect Luka to probably sit one of the back-to-backs. We'll see, like I mentioned previously. Luka's really laboring through that elbow, the knee thing. So this is going to be kind of a rocky 5-game week for the Mavs. Pistons dropped this one. Good for them. Good job tanking as they sat everybody out. Isaiah Stewart, like Nadoya, you just play him every time he starts, and he comes through. Feels like every time. Frank Jackson continues to really put in a good second half of the season. Good game from Sekou Naboya, not really reading too much into that. And Sadiq Bey usually has pretty good volume, shot the ball pretty well today overall as well. Nets get the win, drop 130. Kevin Durant goes bonkers in the third quarter, gets him up to 42 points, 10 dimes in 36 minutes, so much for playing him 30 minutes this week, according to Steve Nash. He is not expected to play today in the back-to-back set. Kyrie didn't play. Expect him to return. Blake Griffin also expected to play according to Nash. They did keep his minutes down, so that's great to see. But the headline, I guess fantasy-wise, nights full of Alize, man. 2020 had a double-double at half off the bench, 32 minutes. They pretty much iced out DeAndre Jordan again. I expect him to play pretty good minutes again. So I'm into streaming him here, especially if they're going to keep Blake's minutes down. Blake may play more. And then not having Durant, they won't lean on that Kevin Durant, Jeff Green frontcourt. So, yeah, I think Alize is definitely in play today. Pacers dropped this one. Another bad injury. It's Malcolm Brogdon, hamstring injury. He's probably out for games. Hamstrings are no joke. TJ McConnell probably going to have a really, really strong finish. Aaron Holiday kind of moves up the ladder as well. Karis LeVert is just going to dominate the ball right now. Also, interestingly, Nate Bjorkman said that they could get Sabonis back this weekend on top of Goga and Jeremy Lamb, so that may affect Jakar Sampson. Hey, you got in foul trouble again. And then O'Shea Brissett, it's not going to affect him. Been saying it for over a week now. He will get his minutes regardless. Another great stocks game from him. Got in foul trouble, still gets to 36 minutes. It is Icebricks time. Rockets drop 143 in a win on the Bucks thanks to Kevin Mother Effin Porter Jr. 50 ball, 11 dimes. It's so good. 9 threes. You love it. You love to see it. You really do. We knew he was going to kind of blow up after John Wall went down. Had a bad game last time, but he's on fire. Youngest player ever to drop 50 points and 10 dimes in NBA history. Becomes just the fourth player in NBA history with a 50 ball before turning 1. LeBron, Brandon Jennings, and then Devin Booker were the others. It's so on. I'm ready for him to blow up to finish the season. Christian Wood, really good game from him as well. Ankle certainly looked a lot better. Kelly Olynyk and Jayshawn Tate just filling up the minutes here. All those guys getting 38 or more as the Rockets hurt their tanking chances. They're definitely going to get top 3, so it don't matter. They're going to play their guys. Also, worth noting, DJ Wilson got some pretty good run here too, so we'll see what happens. No Daniel House. Avery Bradley's also banged up, so these guys are going to play a ton. Bucks dropped this one. Another big injury today, and that is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Rolls his right ankle driving on a transition bucket. Did not return, was back on the bench. No chance he's playing against Chicago, in my opinion. So we're going to see a lot of Bobby Portis. Certainly see some more Pat Connaughton. I think more people are going to rest. I mean, it's against Chicago. They may want Chicago to win in a division game to kind of hurt their tanking chances. But yeah, it's going to be a rest festival. Great game from Middleton, but someone's sitting, whether it's Drew or Middleton or somebody else. They do need wins, but they're pretty much locked into the 3 anyways. Wolves get the win, but what are you doing? They lose their top 3 lottery spot now. Probably going to drop even more. They're currently at 37% to hold their pick from Golden State. So sneaky little loss for Golden State here. Anthony Edwards, I thought it was one of his better games. Cat is just playing some of the best basketball of his life. Didn't really shoot it well, but just great presence on passing and everything. He's been great. Ricky Rubio, also fantastic. Kind of fluky. D'Lo, kind of a rough game here. But, man, stop winning, Minnesota. You're killing yourselves. Kind of a tough loss for the Warriors, but like I said, it's a good team to lose to if it helps your lottery odds to get their pick. All their starters kind of fared pretty well. Curry with 37, is that including me after kind of had a rough first start. Josh Okogie did a pretty good job on him early. Kent Bazemore fills in for the starting job with Kelly Oubre out for that aggravated wrist injury. So Bazemore's going to play a bunch. Obviously, Draymond will fill it up across the board. We kind of know that. So it's really their starters with very little else. JTA, not great per minute, but yeah, the Warriors are going to have to win other guys. They're going to want to win some games, trying to move up to number 9, maybe 8. Another win for the Nuggets. Not really much to say. Quiet game from Aaron Gordon. I guess that's kind of the fantasy takeaway, is he's a drop. Campazzo, not an eye-popping game, but solid. Certainly still believe in him going forward. Fred VanVleet for the Raptors. So Malachi Flynn kind of steps into that role, gets 32 minutes, plays okay. Enough where you can kind of still believe in him going forward. Van Vliet said he felt like bleep, so probably missing more games. Ken Birch, man, again, this guy just doesn't disappoint these days. Certainly looks like he's going to be a week-winning kind of a guy with 5 games, man. He's been awesome. Pelicans get the win. No Steven Adams again in the revenge game, but Billy Hernangomez comes through again. Double-double, solid shooting, got 2 steals, a block. Pretty much keep him on your roster until we know Funaki is back. Besides that, not too much going on. Solid game from the Zion BI studs. Thunder dropped this one, thankfully for them. Dort got hot late to kind of salvage his game, and we got some Gabriel Inspected Deck, a.k.a. the Turtle, had a really nice bucket on Zion. Fancy pass here, but certainly no value. The takeaway here is Kenrich Williams went bye-bye, as Isaiah Roby was the backup 5. Also, Tony Bradley goes bye-bye. Moses Brown, 18 freaking boards. I mean, this guy can really do it up when he gets the run, has a back-to-back coming up. But really, Bradley going away is a win for Moses Brown. Rough game for Poku, kind of rough game for Bagley as well. Let's get to the ads and kind of forget the obvious guys. McConnell, Hardaway Jr., Portis, Ken Birch. Yeah, I think Bazemore's a pickup. I think I really like his role. His defensive stats should be pretty good, especially steals. Maxi Kleber is probably the guy I want to grab from the KP stuff. We'll do more rim protecting. Expect his blocks to be pretty good. Minutes are up. Looks healthy. Isaiah Roby still lightly owned. Looks like that backup center job is his. Certainly, Moses Brown actually ran kind of hot today, so I expect better games out of Roby going forward. Alize Johnson, yeah, this is kind of where I have him. I think he's got some value. He has a game today. like him there if you could stream him today if you have same-day moves. Aaron Gordon would be kind of the deep pickup from the Malcolm Brogdon news, although I don't really know if that's going to be worth it. DJ Wilson, again, we'll see. More of a streamy kind of a guy. Willie Cauley-Stein, another streamy kind of a guy with the back-to-back coming up on the weekend. And then Frank Jackson, I guess I'm starting to buy it. So you guys enjoy your weekend. Catch you next week.